Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Tonya and Dexter Scott here. We want to say hello to you from a almost sunny North Carolina. It's starting to melt the snow outside, so we're excited about that. So, hey, you guys that are watching live, thank you so much for hopping on. Those of you guys that are watching the replay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know, we know that you're busy right now. You can't watch it live, but you're looking at it live. So thank you so much for your time. We want to ask you guys to share this broadcast. Share it with people and let them know, hey, hop on to hear episode 3 of Stories That Matter. Tonya and I, we were talking and we say, you know how when you're a child and you're in the library, they do a book reading, or we just left the Christmas season, right? And in the Christmas movies, they always showed Santa Claus sitting down reading a Christmas story and how children and their parents were gathered around listening to the story. Well, we said, you know what? Short stories are powerful. Short stories change the world, right? So we decided that we wanted to just do this 8-weekday series on short stories, just to kind of share some things with you. So, Tanya, anything you want to share? And I'm going to pull up our story.
Beautiful, beautiful. Again, just thank you for being here. This has been so exciting. Even yesterday when we were ending, you just kind of mentioned as we listen to these stories, these are great conversation pieces for us to have with our family, with our children, So think about that, do that. But, for those of you who've been here with us, just talk to us a little bit. Have you been getting anything out of it? What has it been doing for you? Does it make you think? Do you feel good in the end? It's just like, it's nothing like getting better. It's nothing like feeling better. It's great to hear, to learn, to conversate, and that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to conversate some more. We're going to talk. We're going to share. We're going to draw out those things that help all of us grow and develop. And it's exciting.
Very exciting. So listen, we are a couple of minutes late. We actually went live from our upgraders page and we said, no, let's not do that. So we deleted that feed and hop over here. So you're actually watching this either on my page or on Tanya's page. And we're going to share this video over to our upgraders page so that our audience over there can catch it as well.
Hey,
now,
Charlotte.
We are a few minutes late. Everybody did agree that we could talk for 15 minutes, right?
They did. And it's 105. So we got to.
Yeah. So we've got 120. And so those are all the pleasantries. So let's get started. Now, this story today is powerful. It is powerful. So I'm going to read it to you. I want you to really listen to the message. And then afterwards, then we're going to come back and just chat a little bit. And you guys tell us what you think about it. Okay. All right. So listen closely.
I'm excited.
Okay. A shop owner placed a sign above his door that said puppies for sale. Signs like this always have a way of attracting young people. And to no surprise, a boy saw the sign and approached the owner. He said, "How much are you going to sell the puppies for?" The store owner replied, "Anywhere from $30 to $50. The little boy pulled out some change from his pocket and he counted it up. He says, "I have $2.37. Can I please look at the puppies?" The shop owner smiled and he whistled. I can't whistle, but he whistled. Yeah. And out of the kennel came a lady who ran down the aisle of his shop, followed by 5 tiny balls of fur. One puppy was lagging considerably behind. Immediately, the little boy, he singled out that lagging puppy. And he said, "What's wrong with that little dog? He's limping." The shop owner explained that the veterinarian had examined the little puppy and had discovered that it did not have a hip socket. It would always limp. It would always be lame. The little boy became excited and he said, "That is the puppy that I want." The shop owner said, "No, you don't want that little dog. You don't want to buy him. If you really want him, I'll just give him to you." The little boy became visibly upset. He looked straight into the store owner's eyes, pointing his finger, and he said, "I don't want you to give him to me. That little dog is worth every bit as much as all the other dogs, and I'll pay full price. In fact, I'll give you $2.30 now and 50 cents a month until I have paid for him in full. The shop owner countered, you really don't want to buy this little dog. He's never going to be able to run and jump and play with you like the other puppies. To his surprise, the little boy reached down and he rolled up his pants leg to reveal a badly twisted, crippled leg supported by a metal brace. He looked at the shop owner and he softly replied, well, I don't run so well myself, and the little puppy will need somebody who understands. Wow. Oh my gosh. So look, so Tonya and I, we found this story and we read it and we're like, wow. Oh man. I mean, what do you get out of it? Right? Is it something that you guys got out of the story? Drop it below. This is powerful. You know, we only have 15 minutes, but I mean, my goodness, you know, did you guys hear that story? Tonya, come on, what you got?
Value. You have to know your value. You have to understand. You have to appreciate it. You have to own it. And you can't let anyone or anything make you ever feel like that what it is that you bring into this world is not valuable. Look at that story. You got a little boy. He's in there with this man. He's like, I want a dog. I want my own. Can I see what you have? How much do they cost? $30 to $50. Really? I got $2 and some change on me. He whistles. The woman comes down the aisle. Here's the little fur balls, they said, following behind her. There's one lagging, and he asked about that one. Mm-hmm. Now, this is what stood out to me as we were talking before. He said, what's wrong with it? Even the little boy said, there seems to be something wrong.
Mm-hmm. How about this? Something different.
Something different.
Something different. Not bad, but something different.
What is it? There's a difference. But he used that word wrong. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you the thing that came to me even in that moment. And I thought about us. I thought about the things that we do as we're getting started. And things may not quite be going in the direction or the way that you want them to go. We could be going in the right direction. Sometimes we may not be, but it may not be flowing in the right way or doing the things that you wanted to do. But just because that's happening, it really doesn't mean that there's something wrong. It really doesn't mean that there's still no value. Yeah. There might not be things happening in the way that you want it to, but it's still valuable. Your business still valuable. What it is that you desire to do, still valuable. Mm-hmm. Ain't quite connected all the dots yet, but it's still valuable. See, oftentimes we come to a place where we tell ourselves that this must not be for me. This must be a mistake. Not true. Not true. There's always value in every idea, every creative thing, every creative thought. Value. Find it. Discover it, appreciate it. Come on now, that's so good to me. Go ahead, stuff.
So listen, I wanted to just highlight something. You got that money?
I do.
I wanted to highlight something here, and I want you guys. This is how you need to be, right?
Ooh, I know where we're going, but can I? Real second.
Yeah.
Right before you, because you're going to do this, right?
Yeah.
Right before you do this, let me say this too, because as my husband was actually reading the story, this thought came. Did y'all see me when I went looking for a pen or something to write with so I could remember the thought? This was the thing, Dexter, as you read that, and I didn't catch this the first time, but the shop owner offered it to him for free. And he was like, no, I don't want it free.
And see, that's what I'm talking about.
Is that where you're going?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So you might be saying it, Lord, he's speaking. But then guess what happened? Even after he was like, no, the shop owner came back again.
And said, you don't want it.
Yes. And I said, oh my gosh. Come on now.
That's good.
How often does that happen? How often does that happen? You got to realize, and we have to understand that the enemy to our destinies, the enemy to what it is that we're called to do, he don't just come one time. Mm-hmm. So you might think one time when I resisted him, he'll flee. That don't mean he won't come back. Have y'all even ever seen or watch animals out there seeing the shows and it's like something go at them and they step back a little bit, but then they try again. Mm-hmm. And you got to resist that thing for them to step back until finally they say, okay, I'm done. Because what happens when you resist the devil and he flees from you, after you get to a place where it's like, oh, that don't even bother me, he won't come the way that he always did. He might try to find a new way, but your response to that attack will be very different as you grow and develop and get stronger in understanding who you are, and you take a stance on who it is that you are and what you called to do.
That's right. There's a difference that your DNA doesn't look like anybody else's.
Come on.
There's a difference that my DNA doesn't look like Tonya's.
Come on.
She has people that she needs to affect in life. I have people that I need to affect. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about this story. When the shop owner said, you don't want to buy them, I'll give them to you for free, the little boy became upset. And he looked into the eyes of that shop owner and he said, that little dog is worth as much as the other ones. And see, this is all we're trying to say, is that you need to know your value.
Come on.
Don't let anybody tell you what you're worth. How dare they? Right? How dare someone try to minimize who you are? How dare someone try to minimize your contribution? You see, this story is day 3. We're 3 days in, and the stories are consistently getting better. And see, here's what we need you to realize. This story extracts out where we are in 2018. Come on. Don't you dare, after today's short story, minimize your contribution. Don't you allow anybody to tell you what you're worth. You need to become angry when somebody tells you, you can't have that job, you can't start that business. How dare you try to move in that community? How dare you think you can afford that house? How dare you think you can afford that car? Don't you dare let anybody tell you that you can't be a good mother, be a good father, be a good supporter, be a good contributor to this world. Don't you dare. We have an example that we want to show you, and it just follows our example of this story. We want you to take a look at this. This is a $20 bill. Now, Tonya and I.
Is that what it is? What is
I want you to see that.
What is that?
Okay.
That's a $20 bill.
Is
right?
this a $20 bill? If it is, I want you to say yes. If this is a $20 bill. Now, is that a $20 bill? Yes or no? Is it? If I were to take it outside and rub it in the snow and pull it up wet, is it still a $20 bill? What is it? Yes or no? Is it worth any less now?
Come on now.
Is it worth $5 now? Is it worth $1? Is it worth a penny? You tell me.
It's been through something.
It's been through a lot of stuff.
It's been balled up.
It has a limp.
It's gone from hand to hand.
The hip socket is out of place.
Somebody may take a pen and write on it. Sometimes they even get torn. Sometimes you might see some tape on it. But is it still a $20 bill? I don't care. We don't care what you go through. We don't care what happens. Nothing ever devalues you unless you let it. Your value remains the same. Know that. Own that. It's a story you tell. It's something that you share, and I love it. I want you to talk about that really quick. Right at the time.
We got like 4 minutes left.
But what you talk about where, and I'm saying, but you are the best you, and I'm thinking of my name. Can't nobody be a better you than you.
Oh, it's what is it? No one is you. Yeah, it's a quote that says no one is you, and that's your power. No one is you, and that's your power. There's a reason that you look the way you look. There's a reason that you don't look the way your neighbor looks or your coworker looks. There's a reason. So why are you trying to devalue who you are?
What's your name?
What's your name?
That's your power.
That's your power. I'm telling you.
I think about, titles, ranks, and different things that we have, and they mean something. I mean, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, that you rank up and you're in the military. Here we are, we do direct sales. There's rankings and things that you achieve, and they do mean something, and it's wonderful, but nothing outranks your name.
Nothing. So from this message forward, if you're on your lunch break, I want you to walk back into the office with your chest held high and your face held high. Yes. Know who you are. The next time you pick up a telephone to talk to a potential business partner, speak with confidence. The next time you walk into a restaurant, the next time you walk into any location, you walk in there like, I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. We've got 2 minutes left.
Well, the thoughts I had, I saw something. Oh, don't forget that back.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
I saw a post someone made, I think it was Tonya Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, but she was saying how it was a little post and it talked about even when she walks into a place and she treats the janitor the same way that she would treat the CEO. And I said, oh my God, that is so neat. And so even as I think about that, because we're sitting here telling you and saying to you, your name is your power, know who you are and value it. But I'm telling you, when I walk past you, I'm like, I see the same thing. So I'm just saying two-sided here. There's me, there's you. There's me, there's you. And we're both valuable. So it's one thing to know and own it and for yourself. And then also you pass that on to the very people that you see, how we treat each other, how I engage you, that I give you my attention, that we take the time. I'm telling you, it means something. We're representatives. We're ambassadors.
Yes, we are. So listen, this is episode 3. We hope that you have gotten value out of the last 3 days. The stories continue to get better. We want to know, which story did you like the best? Was it Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? So it's episode 1, 2, or 3. Just drop it below. All of them. Let us know which one you like the best. And listen, just for watching, we want to give you a free gift, theupgradersgiveaway.com. We've had a lot of people go and just download that free report, that free success tips, because we thank you so much for sharing some time with us. So go to theupgradersgiveaway.com. We're going to be back on Monday. So Monday through Friday of next week. Friday will end our 8-day series of stories that matter. Now, I'm going to end with this. I'm not going to do the whole quote, but it fits this story perfectly. I'm going to only do a few bars, and then we're going to sign off and bid you guys a wonderful day. Don't forget to download the report. Don't forget to let us know which one that you like. Don't forget, share this Facebook Live with your community. People need to know that they have value. People need to know who they are, right? They need to know. So share it. Anything you want to share before I leave these bars?
I'm just like, I've so enjoyed doing this, being here. I want to come back even later today. I'm like, man, we won't be here tomorrow and Sunday doing this, but I about want to.
I know.
I want to, but I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. We pray that you got something out of it, and we look forward to bringing another short story to you on Monday at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so we take you away with this by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that frightens us the most. This is the Upgraders, Dexter and Tonya Scott. We may not know you,
but we know what's in you.
Have a wonderful weekend. See you Monday.
Bye-bye.